Okay. Uh, Hi. Today I have with me Miss Jasrita Dhir. She is Director Marketing and Communications, Karkinos Healthcare.
That's right.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. So there'll be a few fun questions only I need to ask. As a child, what career did you wanted to aspire when you grew up?
Oh my God, it changed every week or every month. I think I must have given a very hard time to my parents and my grandparents because um, when I dressed up as a nurse for fancy dress competition, I wanted to be a nurse
Okay.
for the next 1 month. And then I wanted to be Indira Gandhi when I grew up. And unfortunately, she got assassinated. And then I said, no, 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 that's not who I want to grow up to be. And then I saw maybe a commercial and I wanted to be a air hostess. So I think it changed almost every month or so for the longest period. And then I also wanted to be a research scholar. And then I think the most consistent one was that I wanted to be a doctor. And while I didn't become a doctor, but my large part of my career has been with healthcare.
Yes, healthcare.
So working with doctors, I think that's the second best to being a doctor.
As you have achieved what you wanted to be.
Nearly.
Yeah. So, ma'am, what has been the biggest life lesson till now?
My God, that's a very broad question. You want to narrow it down a little bit, like life lesson? Maybe just take it easy. Your time here is limited, and you are just a little speck. So every time that there is a big problem bogging you down, just zoom out and imagine that in the whole scheme of things, you're just a little speck. So don't take yourself so seriously. Maybe that.
True, that's very true. If you had the opportunity to take a 1 year long break from work, what will you do that? What will you do in that year?
I think I'll drive my entire family nuts because if I don't have anything to do, they they'll check me into an asylum or something like that. I think I'll drive everyone up the wall. That's not a good proposition.
Okay. So, any book you want to suggest for the young people?
I don't know if it's a book for young people, but I certainly want to suggest this one book which changed my life. I've read it and reread it, and that is Dr. Paul Kalanithi's book on his life. Unfortunately, he's no longer there, called When Breath Becomes Air. When Breath Becomes Air. And if I can just talk a little bit about what that book is all about. The book is about his experiments with his coming to terms with what's the meaning of life. He first decides to take the route of literature to find the meaning of life. And when he realizes that everything there is theoretical, he decides to become a doctor. He leaves his degree midway after, and he becomes a doctor. He becomes a surgeon because it's really in the corridors of a hospital that you see life and death, that you appreciate the real meaning of life and death. And then there is something that happens. I don't want to give the plot away because I want people to read. And then as the book comes towards and the we are coming towards the climax of it all, he takes refuge back in literature to find the meaning of life, right? So the whole book is a bit about how do you find meaning of what your purpose in life
Very
is. It's a
thought-provoking.
very thought-provoking book, and yeah,
Uh, what stands out as one of your most noteworthy accomplishments till now?
that I survived and lived to tell the tale.
True. If given the chance, whose shoes will you step in for a day?
Mine only, mine only. Yeah, yeah. Because I know where the shoe pinches. I'm comfortable in those shoes.
That's a good point. A business secret you live by.
Build collaborations and build consensus early on. While what you bring to the table in terms of your skill set, the functional skill set is very important. But as you grow up the ladder, building consensus and having more advocates believe in what you're saying pays in the long run. Yeah, so build consensus.
Three things that you always carry with you.
Sense of humor, smile, Phone.
That's true. That's and a very good answer. Thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you.
really pleasure talking to you.
Mine as well. Thank you.